Nigeria has attracted investments worth 16 billion naira in 2013 alone, making it the #1 investment destination in Africa. In an interview with Nigeria's Minister of Trade and Investment, CNBC Africa's Umu Ibrahim looked at the current investment climate in Nigeria and the expectations for trade and investments in the second quarter. Take a look.
If you look at Nigeria, up until this government's administration, under the leadership of the President, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, started, Nigeria was a heavy importer of products. That was eating into our external reserves, and we were import dependent as a nation. So our import bill was so high, and trade balance was in the wrong side. If you look at the numbers at the end of 2012, yes, trade has come down total tail by 4.3%, but the level of import into Nigeria has come down by 43%, from a high level of close to about 5.6 trillion to about 5.3 or 4 trillion. That is a savings of about 4.2 trillion that has gone into the external reserves for the first time ever. That we have not seen such a dramatic fall in the level of import in the country since 2005. And then when you look at why the fall in imports, there has been a big fall in the importation of cement, for example. For the first time ever, there was no import license issued by the federal government for the importation of cement in 2012, for example. So there was a big savings there. If you look at textile, it's coming up again. Textile industrial utilization was 26% when we came in. Today it's about 52%. And you can see that in the level of import. The import in textile has gone down by 56%. If you look at vegetable oil, it has come down significantly. So most of the things, we're now beginning to produce what we need, what we consume as a country, which was affecting the economy of the country. So overall, and then when you look at the relationship between the oil and non-oil exports, for example, in 2005, oil export accounted for 94% of our exports, non-oil 6%. At 2012, non-oil export now accounts for 30%. That is a big move from 5 to 30%. So we're diversifying the economy, we're diversifying our revenue, and we just need to continue with the policies which we have put in place. In 2 years' time, it will be a different case, completely different stuff.
What is your assessment of the current investment climate in Nigeria?
I think when you look at where we are today compared to where we were 2 years ago, you would see a significant, I was going to use the word dramatic change in the environment. And that started with the president by creating a ministry that is focused on attracting investments across all sectors of the economy. And once that ministry was created, it made it absolutely clear to the rest of the world that we are ready for business. You will see that anywhere in the world today, when presidents go around the world today, there are two major tools they're focused on: investment and trade. Those are the tools that policymakers have agreed internationally that will contribute mostly to sustainable economic growth and development. So when you look at Nigeria, for example, as a result of that, we'll focus on improving the business and investment climate. The president has set up 2 committees to look at areas in terms of improving our ranking in terms of doing business. We'll set up the National Competitiveness Council, which is driven by the private sector, mainly to focus on Nigeria's competitiveness. We've put in structures in place to attract investments. Investment promotions have been very, very targeted, and they're yielding the right results. Go anywhere in the world, talk to investors anywhere in the world. Nigeria is the destination for most of them. And the result of that is, let's take the KPMG survey that came out recently, where they identified 4 nations where their clients globally, they call them the MITS economy, like Mexico, Indonesia, Nigeria, and Turkey. These are the 4 countries that their clients globally are telling them they're focused on in terms of investment. When you look at the investment level that came in 2011, it was roughly about 8.9 billion, which was 46% above the year before, but more importantly, which made Nigeria #1 destination for investment in Africa for the first time. In addition to that, it put us back to the pre-crisis level. According to CBN, as of 2012, the total investment that has come to the country, was about 16 billion. That was, that's about 110% higher than what it was the year before. So we're seeing the results of the focus of this government on attracting